Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a different style of video that I've never tried before, so bear with me on this one. I thought I would have this video early on in my 12 days of Christmas, so you can impress your friends with your knowledge throughout the holiday season. Now that I'm saying this out loud, it sounds pretty lame, so that's awkward. On with the video! So I think it's safe to say that most people know the Christmas nativity story. I know that in my whole primary school life, we learnt about it every year and did the play. So, how Mary was a virgin but gets pregnant with God's child. And her and her partner, I don't think they were married, her and her partner Joseph went to Bethlehem on a donkey of all. But there was no room at any of the inns there, which is pretty inconvenient. So baby Jesus, was born in a barn, and there was a huge bright star above him, so that people could see for miles and miles and miles around, which is why we have a lot of songs about stars, and that's why we have a star on our Christmas tree, fun fact. The three kings visited from, I don't actually know where, maybe Nazareth, who knows, brought gifts, gold, frankincense, myrrh. I realised they look like ghosts. I'm sorry about that. That's basically it for the Christmas story. So, I want to tell you some fun facts that maybe you don't know. Also, please don't judge my drawing skills in this video. This might not have been the best video idea for someone that can't draw, but hey, what are we going to do? The first thing I want to talk about is Sinterklaas. It's celebrated in the Netherlands, and Sinterklaas is a figure based on St. Nicholas, the patron saint of children. The feast of Sinterklaas celebrates the name day of St. Nicholas on the 6th of December. However, the feast is celebrated with gift giving on the 5th of December. The festivities traditionally begin on the first Saturday or the 11th of November, when Sinterklaas arrives by steamboat at a seaside town from Spain. In the weeks between his arrival and the 5th of December, Sinterklaas visits schools, hospitals and shopping centres. Before going to bed, children put their shoes next to the fireplace or outside the door. They leave their shoes with a carrot or some hay and a bowl of water for Sinterklaas's horse, and they sing a Sinterklaas song. The next day, they should find some sweets or a small present in their shoes. Traditional Sinterklaas treats include mandarin oranges, pepernoten, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which I'm probably not, so sorry about that, which are spiced biscuits, speculaas, which are windmill cookies, banketletter, which are puff pastry rolls with an almond paste inside, or a chocolate letter of the first initial of their name. So, we all have our favourite Christmas songs. Not to be predictable, but one of my absolute favourites is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, but let's be real, who doesn't love a bit of Mariah? Some other good ones are Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee, and Merry Xmas Everyone by Slade. Here are some fun facts. Irving Berlin originally wrote White Christmas for a Broadway musical that never ended up being produced. Hollywood used the song in 1942 film starring Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire. Bing Crosby's version of White Christmas is the highest selling single of all time. To be fair, its debut was on Christmas Day in 1941, so it has been around for a while. Speaking of old songs, here's a quite mind-blowing fact. Hark the Herald Angels Sing and Joy to the World are two of the oldest English-language Christmas hymns dating right back to the 1700s. To put that into perspective, that's the Georgian era, which had a start of the Industrial Revolution when Jane Austen was living, writing her now classic books. It was a long old time ago. Bit more recent than that, on the 16th of December 1965, astronauts Wally Schirra Jr. and Thomas P. Stafford were orbiting the Earth in Gemini 6, approaching Gemini 7, for a historic space meeting with pilots Frank Borman and Jim Lovell. Schirra Jr. and Stafford said that they spotted a UFO, stating, "We have an object that looks like a satellite going from north to south, probably in polar orbit. Looks like he might be going to re-enter soon. You must let me pick up that thing. I see a command module and 8 smaller modules in front of it. The pilot of the module is wearing a red suit." They then produced a harmonica and bells and played Jingle Bells to be performed in space. Ain't about Christmas movies. Let's have a quick fire round of Christmas movie facts, shall we? In Disney's A Christmas Carol, Jim Carrey played a total of 7 roles within that movie. Frozen was based on the story The Snow Queen, if anyone's seen that, by Hans Christian Andersen. It was first suggested as an idea for a Disney movie back in 1939, but took over 70 years to actually be produced. In Home Alone, when, I think it's the second one, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's the first, actually. In Home Alone, when the family are in their hotel room in France, they're actually watching It's a Wonderful Life on the TV, which we have a fact about later on. You will see. Love, actually, is one of the most watched Christmas movies every single year without fail, and I personally can see why. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was done entirely by stop animation and took 18 months to complete. Now that's a long old time, but it's a pretty good movie, so no wonder. It's a real hit. Yeah, ignore my reindeer. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The 8-year-old Natalie Wood believed her Miracle on 34th Street co-star Edmund Gwenn was actually the real-life Santa Claus. Bless her cotton socks. I'm sure I hope she found out after that he wasn't the real-life Santa Claus. He couldn't make it, unfortunately. Will Ferrell ate so much sugar whilst filming Elf, the movie, classic again, that he actually had trouble sleeping. It's a Wonderful Life, there it is. It's a Wonderful Life was named the most inspirational film of all time by the American Film Institute. Woo! It took the team of The Nightmare Before Christmas an entire week to finish shooting each 1 minute, of the completed film. Now that is insane. Also, this is a pretty good drawing. I'm quite proud of this one. And finally, Macaulay Culkin's little brother Kieran had a small role as Kevin's bedwetting cousin in Home Alone 2 and Home Alone 1. I don't know why I said it that way round. Sorry about that. Anyone remember that? The Pepsi kid who drank about 12 cans? No, I'm joking. So yeah, there we go. That's my brief history and random facts video all about Christmas. I hope you've learnt something that you guys actually care about, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. All that YouTubey stuff, like, subscribe, share, comment, blah 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 blah. Yeah, see you soon for day 3 of my 12 days of Christmas. Bye!